Good evening, folks. How we doing? Welcome to the latest episode of the World Cup review show. This is episode 17. How we doing, guys? How we doing? I'm just going to put my camera on for the video feed. It seems to have disappeared. Give me a second, guys. I'll try and fix it for you guys. If not, we'll just have to do it in audio format. But I am here, so I'm going to try and fix this at the same time. Just give me a second, guys. Let's see if I can fix this. Just one second, guys. Sorry about this. There we are. Hey, we're here. We've arrived. Welcome, everybody. So, like I said, this is episode 17 of the World Cup review show. This is the latest episode in our World Cup series. And tonight we're going to be looking at two matches. We're going to be looking back at the semi-final between England and Argentina, discussing where it all went wrong for England, and we're going to be looking forward to the third and fourth place playoff tomorrow night in the Miami Stadium between England and France. Now, as always, before we get into tonight's episode, guys, if you're watching the video feed, all the social media handles are down the bottom. So please, guys, follow, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff for me. It really does help the channel and help the channel grow. We're up to 26 subscribers on one of our platforms, and when I started this, that platform had like 5 subscribers. So thank you so much. And if you know of any of your friends who are into football, please tell them about this podcast as well and get them to subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, guys, let's get into tonight's episode because it's a good one. We're going to kick it off with, where did it all go wrong for England, guys? If somebody could tell me, that would be brilliant, because what I'm going to do before we get into a sort of deeper dive, looking at where it all went wrong for our English counterparts, I'm going to give you England's lineup, and you tell me in the comments whether you think this lineup could beat Argentina or not. So here it is, guys. It was a 4-2-3-1 formation for England. And the goalkeeper was, as always, number 1, Jordan Pickford. At the back to start, he had 5 John Stones, 6 Mark Gahey, 24 Reece James. He also had 25 DJ Spence. Then you had in the midfield 4 Declan Rice, 8 Elliot Anderson, 10 Jude Bellingham, 17 Morgan Rogers, and up front you had 9 Harry Kane and 18 Anthony Gordon. Now, on paper, you would look at that lineup and say, well, it's good enough to take on the defending world champs. Bear in mind they had a 4-4-2 formation at the start of the game, Argentina. But on paper you would say that the England lineup was a good one to take them on. Now, I'll be totally honest with you guys. The first half was largely uneventful in terms of attacking and goal threat. However, in terms of fouls and passing, for the game. It was very eventful. As early as the second minute, there was a foul on Ellie Anderson, and that sparked off, let's just say, a little bit of a flashpoint on the pitch. I thought the American referee, Emil Five, done very well to keep control of the game. He kept it flowing really nicely. But like I say, the first half, apart from fouls galore, was largely uneventful. There was a little chance in the 32nd minute for John Stones, but his header just went wide. And then it took until the 55th minute for the scoring to be open from Anthony Gordon from a cross from Morgan Rogers it was on the left hand side, crossed it in for no, it wasn't Morgan Rogers, it was Spence, crossed it in for Anthony Gordon, and he scored in the 55th minute. Now, one thing that you don't do with 20 or 19 minutes to go is take off your attacking players and bring in almost 6 defenders, because at one point, guys, England had 6 defenders on the pitch. It was quite clear what we were trying to do. We were 1-0 up. We thought, we've got 20 plus minutes left. We'll just try and hold out, and we'll just put the ball anywhere we can on the pitch when it comes to us. But where it all went wrong for England in my eyes, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys, please do, but where it all went wrong for England in my eyes was in the 71st minute, when, like I said there, Thomas Tuchel made 3 subs that were questionable because he took 3 attacking players off and brought on 3 defenders, thus meaning at one stage of the game, England had 6 defenders on the park. 6 defenders and only about 2 or 3 attacking players that were able to go forward. Now, if you look at France the night before, and I'm going to quote Michael Owen here, he said, if you look at the France-Spain game the night before, and he's right about this, when Spain went 1-0 up against France, they didn't rest on their laurels, guys. No, they kept playing, they kept pushing, and as a result, we got their second goal. We actually got a third, but it was offside. But as a result, we got their second goal, and they won the match quite comfortably. However, when England were 1-0 up, they decided that over 1-0 up, we're just going to revert to allowing Argentina to come on to us, and we'll just boot the ball to whenever it comes near us, if we can. Now, having said that, Jordan Pickford made 2 crucial saves to keep England in the game, but I'll just tell you, I'm just trying to get a bit of it. There we are. But with 5 minutes to go, a whole half an hour after England took the lead, Argentina equalised through Fernandez in the 85th minute. And what a goal it was. He got the ball past him from you-know-who, Lionel Messi. He passed it to him. He took one touch, rolled it with his foot, hit it, bang. It swerved away from Jordan Pickford into the goal, into the left-hand side. It went in via the post as well. It was a lovely finish. Then, 7 minutes later, Lautaro Martinez pops up and scores a header from across in the box. Now, this header could have been so easily prevented, and England could have taken it to extra time and possibly went on to win the match, but the header wasn't prevented. It went in, and as a result, Argentina, the defending World Cup champions, go through to Sunday night's final, 8 o'clock kickoff in the UK, remember guys, against Spain. But there is a lot of criticism on Thomas Tuchel's shoulders after this performance. Admittedly, yes, England do have another game, but it's in Miami, not New York, New Jersey. They are playing France in the 3rd and 4th place playoff, aka the bronze match, tomorrow evening, just over 24 hours from now, at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. But, like I say guys, there is a lot of criticism on Tuchel's shoulders, but he vows to stay on to see his contract through until the end of the 2028 Euros campaign. Now, is that because England's going to be a host country? I think so. Do England have a chance of winning that? Who knows? It's 2 years away. But the criticism for this game has been absolutely scathing. I've never seen England play so defensively in a football match, ever, for that length of time. If you ask me guys, I'm going to come out and say it, and so did one of my fellow podcast colleagues this morning in our WhatsApp group. He said, and I'm just going to come out and say it, he said, Thomas Tuchel cost England that game. And I would have to agree. Why would you bring on almost 6 defenders when you're 1-0 up? Surely you would just want to play the exact same way you've played to get 1-0 up and see the match out and give it a go. Don't sit back. You've got world-class players in your team. You've got the so-called Premier League power. You should have used it and you might have had a chance to get to the final. But, as it is, ladies and gentlemen, football is not coming home. The 66 years of hurt goes on for another 4 years at least in this tournament. Oh dear. Can England finish third though? Can they beat France on Saturday and finish third in the tournament? Well, on the evidence I saw in the last sort of half hour of that game against Argentina, my honest answer, ladies and gentlemen, would be no. A resounding no. I think France are going to have a field day with England. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, the presenter of this podcast is Scottish, and yada yada yada. He says AB, which means anyone but, and I'll let you finish that sentence. But in my eyes, guys, England just don't have the tactical nous to beat France, and that's been proven against Argentina when they went from attack to defence. You just don't do that against the defending world champions And if you do that against France, England, oh dear, you're going to finish fourth in the tournament, not third. You just need to go out, play the game like you've played it before against Congo and Norway, to name but a few. Just play it. Just enjoy the occasion. And you might beat France, but if you play defensively, you ain't never going to beat France on Saturday. France is going to finish third, and England is going to finish fourth. In fact, that is going to be my prediction. France to win the game and finish third, and England to finish fourth. Now, we know what you're thinking. Fourth at a World Cup is still good, but the thing is, right? The thing is, between me and you guys, England put so much pressure on themselves as a country to win tournaments and go deep into tournaments that if they lose, we forget that that's just part and parcel of football. Apparently, Thomas Tuchel was quoted as saying it's in England's DNA to lose. They don't have the mentality to get to a final. Well, obviously not since the glory days of 1966. And we don't have the mentality to get to a final. Is it something wrong with English football's DNA, guys? That is the question of the day. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Is there something wrong with the DNA, with the way England play when it comes to big matches? Do you think England just need to change philosophy, change their footballing DNA a bit to see if they can go that one step further and actually get to a final and actually win a final? A bit like their female Lionesses counterparts who won the Euros, won twice actually, in 2022 and 2024 or 5, I think it was. Now, if the women can do it, surely the men can do it. But in my eyes, guys, Thomas Tuchel needs to strip it back now after Saturday's game. He needs to strip back. He needs to sit down with his team, have a think about where it all went wrong, analyse it, and see what different things you need to do for the European campaign coming up in 2028. Do you take some different players, or do you stick with the ones that got you thus far in the World Cup? Now, against just European teams, England might have more of a chance of getting to a final, but when you bring in the South Americans, it's just too darn difficult for them. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed that 20-minute sort of deep dive / rant into England's failure, if you can call it that. Now, I say failure, I shouldn't be laughing, but as a Scotsman, it's kind of funny because, like I say, England put so much pressure on themselves and they always seem to fall at the final hurdle. But like I say, guys, we do actually have one more match to look forward to this weekend before the final. And it is France versus England in the third and fourth place playoff in Miami. I'll give you who the referee is going to be for that match in just a second. Now, this match kicks off at 10 p.m. UK time tomorrow evening, so a little over 24 hours from now, like I said, and the match will be available on BBC iPlayer in the UK and BBC One in the UK as well. If you're watching this match from France or around the world, do check your TV listings for your broadcast provider. Now, the referee will be Jesus Venezuela, says. And the name like Jesus is either from Brazil or Argentina or somewhere in South America. It might be Jesus. And the fourth official is Jawad. I think that's an Egyptian name or certainly an Arabic name. So well done to those officials for getting the third and fourth place playoff match. Like I said, guys, do I think England can beat France? No. I think France are going to win this one by at least 2 goals to 0, and it's Didier Deschamps' last dance in charge of France before he gives the reins over to Big Zizou. Zinedine Zidane is taking over after this World Cup. Now, the one thing that Didier Deschamps was after the Spain game, he looked pretty pissed off. And you don't want a pissed off Frenchman in your mix. No. Because it usually means in the next game, whoever they play really well and they'll beat them at the counter. And I'm sorry, Thomas Tuchel in England, but you brought this upon yourselves with the tactics you played against Argentina. Now, I think England's going to finish fourth. I think France will finish third. This is the bronze final match tomorrow. Match 103 of 104. Yes, the big one is on Sunday evening at 8 o'clock UK time. And you can watch that one, but we will look ahead to it tomorrow on the following channel providers in the United Kingdom. We've got STV, BBC iPlayer, BBC One, STV Player, ITVX and ITV1. It is across all major terrestrial channels in the UK and on-demand services, all for free. Now, if you're watching around the world, you just have to check your provider. But we'll look ahead to the Spain and Argentina game in tomorrow's episode, which is the final one before we go into our World Cup preview, final preview show on Sunday. Wow, it's been a great ride, guys. I've really enjoyed bringing you this alternate take on the World Cup. Now, if you're listening to this streaming audio format, it will be available for you tomorrow. I will upload it tomorrow morning. It will be available for you. If you're watching the video on any of our platforms, enjoy watching it. But like I say, England have brought this upon themselves. We're going to get beat tomorrow by a pistol French team. France are going to finish third. England's going to finish fourth. Thomas Tuchel is under fire, but he says he'll fight on right through until the European campaign of 2028 comes to an end, and then we'll take it from there. But if you ask me, he needs new blood in that team before 2028. And I hope you've all enjoyed this episode tonight, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing this to you as always. And until the next time, you know what I'm going to say, guys. Keep it wheelie, keep it real. Take care, guys. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye for now, guys. And take care.